Today we are discussing about microflora of fresh water and marine habitats. That is nothing but the which microorganisms are present in fresh water as well as marine water. Fresh water is nothing but the lakes, rivers. That is marine water is this is the sea water. Okay. Next, coming to the introduction, we can observe that microflora is nothing but the microorganisms normally associated with some tissues or organs or particular environment. Here we are discussing about the environment, nothing but environment, which microorganisms are related to the particular environment is that in the aquatic environment is an ecosystem in the body of water. Aquatic environment consisting of all the microbes such as protozoans, viruses, bacteria, fungi, algae that inhabit the water. Aquatic microbes are broadly divided into three communities: the planktons, heptobenthos and herpobenthos. Next, types of aquatic environments. The main types of aquatic environment are marine water, fresh water. Now we are discussing about the marine water. Marine water approximately covers 70% of the Earth's surface and contains 97% of planet water. That generates 32% of the world's net primary productions. That means the marine environment produces 32% of the production. Marine ecosystem can be divided into many zones depending on the water depth and shorelines. Next, coming to the fresh water. Fresh water this covers 0.2% of the Earth's surface and inhabit 0.009 of its total water. Thus generate nearly 3% of its net primary production. Next, freshwater ecosystem contains 41% of the world known fish species. Now we can discuss the three basic types of systems, that is lentic, lotic and wetland. Lentic means these are the slow moving water bodies, that is nothing but the ponds, pools and lakes. Lotic means these are the fast moving water bodies, is nothing but the streams and rivers. Wetlands, these are the areas where the soil is saturated for at least some time. That is nothing but the wetland. These are the basic types of the fresh water systems. Next, types of microorganisms found in aquatic environment. There are mainly two different types of microorganisms found in a aquatic environment. These are planktons, benthic microorganisms. Planktons are the aggregation of floating and drafting microbial life in surface regions of the ecosystem. That is nothing but the planktons. Planktons are present on the surface regions of the particular water systems. Plankton may be composed primarily of algae, phytoplanktons, protozoans and other minute animals, is nothing but the zooplanktons. The most important planktons are phototrophic organisms. These are light using organisms. Next, coming to the benthic microorganisms. These are the microorganisms that inhabit the bottom region of the body of water. Upper region microorganisms are nothing but the planktons. Bottom region microorganisms are nothing but the benthic microorganisms. The benthic zone is the most richest region of an Asian marine system in terms of numbers and kinds of organisms, being from high tides extending to the depth below. Next coming to the sources of the microorganisms in aquatic environment. What are the sources of microorganisms responsible for the aquatic environment? Microorganisms are responsible for contamination of water bodies causing diseases. Therefore, the sources of contaminating water are nothing but first one, air. Presence of heavy storm carrier microbes carries microbes from the soil and drain them into the water bodies. That means whenever the heavy rains, heavy storms are come, the soil microorganisms are entered into the water bodies. Next one, second source is nothing but the soil. As a result of tidal waves in the marine systems, the tidal waves are come from the marine systems. These tidal waves and animal manure and plant residues, when washed into the water bodies, increases algal bloom and microorganisms pollution. The tidal waves or animal manure, animal depending manures and plant residuals are washed into the water bodies, leads to the increase in the algal blooms. Next, third one is human activities. Third source is human activities. Improperly sited or maintained septic systems, that is nothing but the drainage systems, may discharge human wastes into underlying groundwater. Domestic sewages could be deposited directly or indirectly into the water bodies. That is nothing but the human activities is nothing but the sewage contamination. Sewage water are dumped directly into the fresh water, leads to the contamination of the fecal contamination. This fecal contamination leads to the growth of the different types of microorganisms, for example, E. coli or waterborne microorganisms. Next one, animals like cattle, birds and domesticated animals, that is nothing but the cows, cattle or nothing but cats, can void feces directly into the water bodies during their movement, and consuming water with their mouth could contaminate water bodies. Whenever the animals, domesticated animals are directly entered into the water bodies, you are also knowing that directly entered into the water bodies are directly inserted their mouths into the water bodies, leads to the contamination of the particular water body, leads to the increase in the microbial growth in the particular aquatic environment. Next source is agricultural sources. Manure applied on farms can contribute microorganisms to aquatic environment via runoff and erosion. Whenever the erosion occurs at the agriculture fields, these erosions leads to the runoff or erosions or leads to the entering of the microorganisms or entering of the microorganisms into the groundwater forms agriculture fields during the farming practices. Next one, industrial discharge or effluents. That is nothing but the pharmaceutical industries or different types of industries releases different types of effluents and discharges. These discharges are directly entered into the water bodies, leads to the contamination and leads to the growth, increases the growth of the particular microorganisms. Adaptation of microorganisms to the aquatic habitat. An adaptation is a physical process. It is a physical process or behavior of a species that increases that species chances of survive in a particular environment. That means adaptation is nothing but the increases particular species or adapted or increases its number in particular environment. All living things are adapted to live in particular environments. As changes occur within their environment, those organisms that can adapt to the changes have a better chance of surviving than those organisms that cannot adapt to the changes. The adaptive features developed by microorganisms, that is nothing but the bacteria, to survive in the aquatic biohabitat depends on. Next one, environmental factors in the aquatic habitat. There are 5 factors that have led to the development of the adaptation by the aquatic species. That means adaptation is nothing but the increasing its number of the microorganisms. This adaptation leads to the aquatic habitats of the particular environment. These factors are nothing but first one is temperature, psychrophiles and mesophiles. Also known that we are known that what are the psychrophiles and what are the mesophiles. Below 10 degrees centigrade growing microorganisms are nothing but the psychrophiles. 15 to 30 or 40, 35, 30 to 40 degrees surviving microorganisms are mesophiles. These temperatures are responsible for the growth of the particular microorganisms. Next one is salinity. Extreme saline conditions, that is nothing but the halophile. Salt concentration is approximately 10%. Example, Haloquadratum Vals B. Okay, these are the microorganisms grow at the extreme salt conditions. Next factor is responsible for the growth of microorganisms is pressure, that is barophiles. Extreme pressures, the surviving microorganisms are nothing but the barophiles. Next factor is light, sunlight. Sunlight is also responsible for the growth of the microorganisms. Next one is water movement, hot springs, winter springs. These are springs are responsible, water currents are responsible for the growth of the microorganisms. Next one is pH. pH also responsible for the growth of the microorganisms. Next one, aeration. Oxygen content present in the particular water bodies and a dissolved oxygen matter leads to the growth of the microorganisms. Next one is water depth. The largest number of organisms found in the superficial zones where many groups of bacteria and number is decreasing to the great depth, but increased again in the sediment where we found up to 420 million bacteria per gram of mud from the sea. Here we observe that the superficial zone shows the high amount of bacteria. Okay, greater depth zones shows the low amount of bacteria. But we observe that the mud area of the sea shows high amount of bacterial population. We observe that the extremophiles, that is extreme temperature growing bacteria. These are the examples of extremophiles, that is Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Okay, Methanospirillum, Methanobacterium and Thermoacidophilus, Methanogenum dermophilus, Methanobacterium ruminantium, Methanospirillum barkeri and gram-negative bacteria, gliding bacteria, U bacteria is nothing but the gram-positive bacteria, Anabaena and Gliocoxa. These are the some examples of the extremophilous bacteria. Microbial factors. What are the microbial factors responsible for the adaptation nature to the particular aquatic habitat? We are observed that which factors are responsible for the growth of the microorganisms, that is temperature, pressure, salinity, etc. Now we are observed the microbial internal factors responsible for the adaptation of the particular conditions. First one is capsule, capsulated microorganisms. Next one, capsule is nothing but the outer covering layer of the particular microorganisms. Next one is plasmid, that is nothing but the extra chromosomal substance present in the bacteria. This plasmid aids. What is the use of plasmid is nothing but the metabolism of the hydrocarbons and various sugars, resistant to antibiotics, metal ions, UV radiations, bacteriophages, ethidium bromide resistance. That is nothing but the plasmid consisting microorganism or bacteria shows variety functions, that is nothing but resistance to the different compounds, and it shows the different metabolisms. Also microbial factor third one is nothing but the flagella. Flagella structure is also responsible for the adaptation of the microorganism to the aquatic habitat. Next, fourth one is encystment. Encystment in amoeba species and some species of bacteria is used for the microbial adaptation in aquatic habitats. Here we are observed that the marine ecosystem virus host interactions in the marine ecosystem, including viral infections of bacteria, phytoplankton and fish. We observe that the viruses are nothing but the phages. These phages are infecting particular species of microorganisms, particular species of bacteria, phytoplanktons and fishes. We can observe that the first one, second one and third one, fourth one and fifth one, sixth one, seventh one. These are the routes of affecting viruses to the particular fishes, bacteria, phytoplanktons and etc. We observed that the microorganism, that is the bacteria present in the ocean, play a major role in the carbon cycle, that is Pelacibacter ubiqui. Next we observed that the Vibrio vulnificus, a virulent bacteria found in estuaries and along coastal areas. Thank you.